Hey, what's up everyone? The first thing I'm going to talk about is what I talked about yesterday, which was about how Games for Windows Live is very likely going to be changing pretty soon. One of the reasons being that the new console generation is about to start, and the other reason being that a lot of the exclusive games for the Xbox One are also going to be on PC, and they are very likely going to use Games for Windows Live with those games. But one of you guys posted a comment asking, does that mean that Halo 5 might be coming on PC? That is a possibility, and I'm sure a lot of people would be very excited and love to hear that. It would make them very, very happy. But a game that is more likely going to is Fable Legends. Now, if you haven't seen the trailer, or if you haven't heard of it or anything like that, there will be a link in the description below, so you go ahead and check that out. Now, the next thing I'm going to talk about is CoD Ghosts. Now, it looks like, at least for the Xbox One version, there is going to be dedicated servers. And hopefully the other versions of the game will also have dedicated servers. But for now, we only know that the Xbox One version will. But once I hear more about it, I'll make sure to let you guys know. Now that there's going to be dedicated servers on this game, it's going to really help a lot of people, because it's going to really get rid of the host migration issues that you're used to seeing a lot on their games. And the other thing it's going to help is as far as input lag and the time delay between when you actually do something and when you actually see it on the screen and everything like that, which you've noticed with some of the previous titles with the way that they changed the way they structured everything. So it's going to be really great to see this, and this is one of those things I actually kind of expected on the next gen consoles, you know, seeing more games with fully dedicated servers, which is really going to make a huge difference, especially for very competitive games like that. But once again, like I said, hopefully we'll see on other versions of the game as well, especially since all of these systems are going to be PC based architectures, so there's no real reason why they shouldn't all have dedicated servers. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about is the Elder Scrolls Online, which I haven't talked about for quite a while actually. But I have some news for you guys today, and this is going to upset quite a few people. And that is that the Elder Scrolls Online, it has been confirmed, it's not a rumor, it's been heard by the actual people that are developing the game and everything, is that you are going to be charged a $15 fee monthly to be able to play Elder Scrolls Online. Now, this really upsetted a lot of people. You will get the first month for free, but remember, after that, if you want to keep on playing the game, you are going to have to pay a $15 monthly subscription. Now, this really upsets a lot of people, and I can especially understand. Now, for PC for a long time, a lot of the games have included you having to pay monthly. But as you can see, there's more MMO games and games of that type that usually include subscriptions that are coming on consoles now. But from what we know, those games are not including subscriptions, so why should the Elder Scrolls Online? And it really just upsets a lot of people, and it really sucks, especially since you're going to have to pay for Xbox Live Gold or PlayStation Plus in order to play multiplayer to begin with. And to be able to have to pay a $15 subscription on top of that is really going to stack up the bill once every single month. And if you were to buy a piece of DLC, you've already spent about $60 in just 1 month. And with that money, you could have gotten a whole new game and everything. So this really upsets a lot of people. Now, I honestly think $10 would have been a much better price tag. But $5 wouldn't have been appropriate. Now, I do understand that there are some reasons why they're doing this. Number one being that this is going to be a very long-term game. This is not going to be just a game that a lot of people will be playing for just a year or two, or just 6 months or something like that. It's not going to be like that. So it's going to cost them a lot more time and a lot more service in order to keep those servers up and running at top notch, just to be able to work. But the other reason is because they're not going to be using multiple servers actually. They're going to be using Omega server, which is going to be an ultimate server, so then all of you guys can play with your friends in one server, instead of it being like most MMO games, which include you going back and forth between one server and another server and just searching through them all just to find your friend. And usually on each server you have different versions of your character, but it's like, well, what if I want to use this character that I made on this server? So I understand that really is one of the things that they're really aiming for with this game, but it's still too much, especially since how new MMO games and games like this are coming on consoles and everything like that, and on top of the fees that they're already having to pay monthly and everything like that. Like I said, $5 would have been much more dealable. I think $15 is just too much generally, really. But I talked to one of my friends, and I honestly think that if it was going to be $15 a month just to keep the Omega server and everything up and running, this is one question I got for you guys, is if it's going to be, since it's going to be $15 a month, if it included any upcoming DLC being included, so you don't have to pay for any DLC made for the game, if it is included with the monthly subscription, do you think that makes it much more worth it? Now, like I said, I understand that why they're kind of doing this, but I think even $5 would make a huge difference overall, and it really just upsets a lot of people, and $10 is the most I would really go for as far as subscription goes. But like I said, tell me guys what you honestly think on if it was, since it's going to be $15, if it included all the DLC with it, would it be actually more worth it? So that's pretty much today, guys, and tell me guys what you think in the comment section below. Do you think it's really great seeing games like this having fully dedicated servers? And do you think there's going to be more games with fully dedicated servers, or just a few? And what do you guys think about the Elder Scrolls Online? Do you think $5 would help them just enough so that they could help keep the Omega server up and running for years and years to come? And do you guys think, for $15, do you think if it came with all the DLC with that subscription, that would be actually much more worth it? And another thing I was going to say is that if they had to restructure things, I mean, I understand they really love the Omega server idea, so that way you don't have to go from server to server just to find your friends and play with them. If they had to restructure things so then they would go back to using just server for server, if they had to do that in order for it to be free and not have to pay monthly, would you guys be able to deal with that? Or do you like the Omega server idea? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you guys again for watching, and for those of you who have been subscribed to me, thank you guys again for being so awesome, and for those of you that are new, hope you guys enjoy your stay, and as always, I will see you guys in the next video.